What's going on YouTube? I'm Ben, and in this video, let's talk about threesomes. What's going on, everybody? I am Ben Nader, and if you're watching my channel and you're interested in recruiting or starting your own recruiting agency or just business and entrepreneurship in general, you should definitely hit the subscribe button down below. Now, let me clear it up before everybody loses their mind. I'm not talking about that kind of threesome. I'm talking about a recruiting concept. All right, with that cleared up, let me get right into it. The concept I'm talking about is how you run a successful recruiting agency. So in any recruiting scenario, there are always a minimum of 3 entities. So the first one being the recruiter, that's you. So you're doing all of the work, you're emailing, you're outreaching, you are doing a lot of phone calls, connections, you're making things work behind the scenes. Essentially, you are the worker bee, connecting people and getting things done. Next, of course, we have the actual hiring manager at the company, or we can just refer to it as the client. This is the second player or entity involved in the recruiting threesome. They are very, very important to the whole scenario. And of course, we have our very, very precious commodity, the candidate. The job seeker that we find that we want to matchmake to the client and get them hired, hopefully for a fee, very quickly and easily. And this is the third party in our entire recruiting threesome. All right, so now that I've laid out the 3 different parties involved in this recruiting three-way situation, now what's the whole recruiting threesome concept about? Like, what is that? So the recruiting threesome concept is basically a simple equation for how a successful recruiting deal gets done. Now, contrary to popular belief, only 2 people of this threesome need to actually be made happy. Not all 3, just 2. The 2 specific people that need to be made happy in this recruiting threesome that we're referencing currently are both the client and the candidate. So I myself, as the recruiter, being the third part of this recruiting threesome, do not need to be happy because I have no part in it once the actual recruiting threesome is put together. Only the client and the candidate can eventually make decisions. The client is the only person that can decide if they want to give an offer letter to the candidate. The candidate is the only person that can accept an offer letter. Therefore, at that point, I have nothing further to do with the threesome. I'm then sort of a third wheel. So to break it down even more, your client needs to be satisfied in this recruiting threesome. They need to like the candidate, they need to like you, they need to basically like everything about the entire situation. They need to like the fee, they need to like the contract, they pretty much need to like everything. It is very important that they are made happy in this recruiting threesome. Now, if you're following along with me, you would understand that the second person that needs to be made happy, of course, is the candidate. Now, the candidate needs to, number 1, want a job. Number 2, want the job that you're offering. And then number 3, actually want the specific job with that specific client. So circling back just a little bit, you'll understand now that me as the recruiter, I have 0 to do with my own happiness. I'm basically responsible for making myself happy because I need to make the deal go down and essentially get these 2 parties involved together, make them like each other, make them both be satisfied in their own right, and hopefully then I'll get a fee out of it. But that responsibility is mine and mine alone. Ultimately, that's all that you are. You're a simple matchmaker. You're basically bringing 2 people together. Hopefully they synergize. Hopefully the client offers a position. Hopefully the candidate accepts the position. That's all you can do. You can basically set up everything prior to that event happening to ensure that it happens, but you can't actually make it happen. So there's 3 parties involved, but only 2 of them need to be happy. Furthermore, I want you to know for sure that you cannot make everyone happy all of the time, clients or candidates. So as a recruiter or a recruiting agency, you can put as many clients and candidates together as possible, make as many combos, all of that, you're not going to make matches every single time. Oftentimes, you'll just flunk out and they'll reject, or they'll not want to meet, or they'll not want to go through with the process. Anything and everything could happen, or it could just go right on the first try and boom, everyone's happy and it's done. But it's not going to be every single time, and you need to be prepared for that. So listen, I know this is really basic and simple, and you're probably thinking, duh, Captain Obvious, right? But if you're new to recruiting, or if you're new to starting a recruiting agency, understanding that there is a threesome of people, only 2 of them need to be made happy, not yourself. Your job is simply to matchmake, make the other 2 people happy, and then the wheels start turning. If you understand this concept, it will make your life 10 times easier. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, or if you at least thought about laughing on my play on words maybe once, just smash that like button. Definitely hit the subscribe button as well as the alert button so you know every time I come out with a video, which is pretty much every single day. I'm going to catch you guys on Saturday, and so until then.